there, and welcome to this week's video where I'm going to talk all about clean eating and what it really means. Because what I have found is that the idea of clean eating has been thrown around and out there a lot more often lately, but when I talk to people about it, not everybody really understands what it means or how it can help them. And so my goal today is to just briefly share with you what it actually means to be eating clean and to give you some of the benefits, how it will help you to follow this type of lifestyle. And then lastly, I want to highlight some of the differences between clean eating and a lot of traditional types of diet programs. So I am curious, first of all, have you ever heard of clean eating before? I just kind of want to get a sense of that. So if you have, will you either click the like button or just put in the comments that yes, you've heard of clean eating. It's just interesting to me. A lot of people have heard about it, but not everybody has yet. And then I'm also curious, if you have heard of clean eating, what is your idea of what that looks like? So tell me in the comments what you think clean eating means, and I'd love to hear that as well. So before we get started, if we haven't met yet, I'm Christina Johnson, a transformational nutrition coach, and I have a private health coaching practice where I specialize in helping primarily women who have struggled for years with their weight create a clean eating and healthy lifestyle so that they can lose weight and have lots more energy and just feel better overall. So that's what I do in a nutshell. So let's start talking about clean eating. And hopefully, I woke up with a hoarse voice yesterday, so hopefully I'll be able to make it through this whole video. We'll make it kind of short so that I can. But let's look at what clean eating actually is. I feel like there's two kind of components to clean eating. Number one is that when you're eating clean, you are eating a lot of food that is as close to its natural state as possible. So it is food that you could go outside and you would find in a garden, apples and kale and, well, apples aren't in a garden, but an orchard, but broccoli and cauliflower. You would be eating lots of those types of foods, or foods that you'd find on a farm or ranch, good quality meat. So you're eating these types of foods, meat, and really any kind, beef, pork, fish, chicken, turkey, whatever. You're eating lots of fresh fruits and vegetables, like good nuts and seeds, good quality fats like olives and avocados and coconut, and some natural sweeteners, things that again are pretty close to how you'd find them outside, like honey or maple syrup. So that's what you're adding in. You're eating a lot of these real, whole, healthy foods. And at the same time, the second piece of it is that you are dramatically reducing how much processed food and refined sugars that you're eating. And so when I talk about processed foods, I'm talking about the majority of those foods that you find in the grocery store and all those foods that are made in food manufacturing facilities and made by food scientists. So you're eating a lot less of frozen meals and, things that come in a bag or a box, like pasta and breads and granola bars and cereals and cookies and chips and cakes. I mean, all those processed type of foods, you're reducing quite a bit. Now, I'm not saying that you don't eat any processed foods or any sugar, but when you do, you're really looking for good quality processed foods and processed foods that don't have a lot of extra sugar in them or like chemicals and preservatives and things like that. So that's kind of what clean eating is all about. It's eating more real whole foods in as close to their natural state as possible and reducing how much processed food and sugar you're eating. And here's what happens, and I can tell you this with absolute certainty. I have seen it happen over and over and over again for private clients, for my detoxers. When you cut back on processed foods and start adopting more of a clean eating lifestyle, you will feel so much better pretty quickly. I have seen in just a matter of a week, people really jumpstart their weight loss or break through weight loss plateaus. I have seen people just increase their energy dramatically. I've had two separate people tell me that after doing about a week or two of our 21-day detox, that they were nicknamed the Energizer Bunny because of how much energy they started to have. But what also happens when you're following a clean eating lifestyle is that you're really improving the health of your body, you're lowering inflammation, and so people will often have better cholesterol levels. Their blood sugar levels will decrease. They'll have less of a risk for future health disease like diabetes and heart disease. They will have their blood pressure drop. So there's all these different aspects of your health that improve as well. But then because inflammation is lowering, you'll also feel better, for example, less joint pain, fewer aches and pains throughout the day. Maybe headaches will improve, your skin will clear up. So it's still amazing to me how many different things can improve when you adopt a clean eating lifestyle. And so this is different than traditional diets, because I will tell you, most of the people I work with have tried lots of different diets before. They've done Weight Watchers, they've done Jenny Craig, they've done all these different ways of eating, but they still have not been able to lose weight and keep it off. They really haven't noticed dramatic impacts on how they feel on a day-to-day basis. And so when you adopt a clean eating lifestyle, it's completely different. You do get lasting results by creating this type of lifestyle and using this approach. So let me just highlight a couple of the ways that clean eating is different than dieting. So one thing is that when you are clean eating, you are not worried or concerned about how many calories you're eating. I mean, that's the tenet of most diets. Most diets tell you got to cut back calories, got to watch your portion sizes. And that may play a small role, but in clean eating, you are not worried about calories. You don't count calories, but instead you are focused on what you are eating, and you are focused on eating just good quality, healthy foods that have lots of nutrients. And because of that, another difference is that clean eating is about really focusing on improving your health. It's about getting to the root issue of why it's hard to lose weight, or why you're tired all day, or why you have more inflammation in your body. So you're addressing the root issue and improving your health by eating foods that have all the vitamins and minerals and nutrients that your body needs to be healthy. And that's very different than dieting, because again, most diets typically are more focused on just cutting back what you eat and less focused on eating nutrient-dense foods. And the wonderful thing is that when you take this clean eating approach and focus on improving your health, then as a natural result, you start to lose weight and you have more energy and you feel better. So you kind of get everything by focusing on your health. Another difference that I find pretty commonly with clean eating is that most people's experience when they're dieting is that they often feel hungry, they feel deprived, they're craving all these foods that they can't have, and just mentally it can be really difficult to stick with the diet because of that. When you're following a clean eating approach and you're focusing on eating good quality foods that have good fats and good protein and just healthy nutrients in them, then you'd be surprised by how much your cravings go down and how full and satisfied you can feel after every meal. I hear this time and time again from people who tell me that after they follow this clean eating approach, they realize that they can eat breakfast and not think about food again until 4 or 5 hours later. It just doesn't even cross their mind. And so it's no longer a matter of needing to have willpower, because you feel full and you're not thinking about food constantly. So that's a really nice benefit of clean eating, because it makes it easier to stick with it because you're not constantly thinking about food or craving sugar. And I will say just one last difference that I notice is that clean eating often feels a lot simpler. I won't necessarily say easy, but it does feel pretty simple because you don't have to count every calorie. You don't have to write everything you're eating down in a detailed food journal, but you just focus on making choices that are in alignment with a clean eating plan, and you eat until you're full, and then you wait until you're hungry to eat again. And it's pretty simple. And so it cuts out a lot of the time and the energy and effort that you spend thinking about food. So those are kind of some of the differences that I see between clean eating and traditional diets. And that is why, even if you have tried all the diets out there, because I did myself years ago. I've tried Weight Watchers and low fat and the Mediterranean diet and lots of different things. And even though they would work for a while, as soon as I stopped following them, then the weight would come back on. And now I can say I've been clean eating, or eating clean, for about, I think, probably 8 or 9 years. And it's just become a normal way of life for me. I don't have to think about it or put lots of mental time or energy into it, because it's just what I do on a day-to-day basis. And so that is just one of the great things about clean eating, is that it's not a diet or this short-term program you follow until you lose weight, but it just becomes your normal lifestyle. And you do get to eat really good food that tastes good and that you enjoy and that fills you up and makes you feel satisfied, so that you don't have to feel deprived all the time. So that's the difference between clean eating and dieting. And so now I have a challenge for you. My challenge is this: if you are curious at all about the idea of clean eating, or if you are someone who has maybe struggled for years with your weight and struggled to eat healthy and struggled to be consistent, then I challenge you to commit to just 3 or 4 weeks of clean eating and doing it completely, like 100% eating clean for 3 to 4 weeks, and see what it does for you. Because I would guess that you will notice after just a week or 2 that you feel so much better. You have so much more energy. It's easier to be at a healthy weight for your body, that you too will want to continue this long term. So that's my challenge to you, is to consider doing a clean eating challenge for 3 to 4 weeks. Now, I know that it can feel a little overwhelming, or maybe you just don't really understand the practical details of, well, what does that mean I eat for breakfast then if I can't have cereal, or if I'm not having, my instant oatmeal or my, pancakes? Or what does that mean that I eat for lunch? So if you're maybe overwhelmed with where to start or just unsure, then I am super excited, because I am offering another 21-day detox at the end of April. We'll actually begin April 29th. I decided that I wanted to wait until a week after Easter to give everyone time to prepare, and then we'll be done before Memorial Day. So if you have Memorial Day plans, it won't interfere with that at all. So I feel like it's a good time right in between those 2 holidays to do this. And my detox is essentially a 21-day clean eating plan. And the beauty of it is that I give you tons of healthy recipes that taste really good, and I give you some sample meal plans. So if you want, you can just take my meal plans every week and just follow them. Or you can modify them and switch them up to fit your taste better. Either way is fine, but I'll give you lots of recipes to choose from. I'll give you all the guidelines of, these are the best foods to choose to eat. These are the ones that you want to stay away from when you're clean eating. And as a bonus, we'll have weekly group coaching calls. So every week I will guide you through the program. I'll answer any questions that you have and just make it feel really easy and doable. Plus, you'll be doing this with a group of people. So you'll get to know these other people in the coaching calls and in our private Facebook group, so that we can support each other, share recipes, cheer each other on, and be there on the days that maybe are a little bit more challenging. So I just love running these 21-day detoxes, because it is a life-changing opportunity. I mean, you truly will feel so much better after 21 days, and it will give you all this information and ideas that you can continue with moving forward. You probably won't follow this plan as carefully as you do for these 21 days, but it's such a great foundation, and then I'll show you how to move forward and create a healthy lifestyle in the future. So I would love to have you join us. Like I said, we're starting April 29th, so it's still a few weeks away, but you can join the wait list for the detox right now, and that way when you join the wait list, a couple things happen. Number 1, I will send you an email as soon as registration opens on, looking at my calendar, April 15th. So when registration opens, I'll send you an email, because I know it's easy to forget about these kinds of things. And if you register that first week, you'll get an early bird discount and save $50, which is great. So I want to make sure that you get in before the early discount is over. So you can go to ChristinaJohnsonWellness.com/detox, and I will put that link above the video once I'm done here. But go to ChristinaJohnsonWellness.com/ www.weightlossinc.com/detox and just sign up for the wait list. And then as soon as registration opens, you will be one of the first to know so that you can join right away. And really, I would just encourage you to give this a strong consideration, because I just know over and over that I've done this detox twice and I've helped lots of private clients create a clean eating lifestyle, and no one has ever regretted it. It's something that can truly be life-changing and help you to feel so much better. And I would love for you to try it out and to experience some of these benefits: the weight loss, the energy, the better moods, the better management of stress, better sleep. There's so many things that can improve. So give it a try. That's my challenge. Give it a try for 3 weeks or 4 weeks and see what happens for you. So if you have any questions at all, put them in the comments below, and I will see you again here next week. Bye for now.